America have a very serious problem, but our people have a very serious problem. America's problem is self-destruction. You're headed for self-destruction. 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 You're headed for self-destruction. You're headed for self-destruction. You're headed for self-destruction.
I'm King News, and I come to you with the truth. The mean streets took 6 more lives overnight, all the result of gangbang stupidity. By the way, you gangsters should know, one of your victims was a 3-year-old girl. Local gang members, you still don't get it, do you?
It's straight up madness everywhere I look. Used to be a straight A student, now it's a crook, robbing people just to smoke and shoot up. Used to have a crew cut, now he's a poop butt. Dropped out of school and he joins the neighborhood gang, hanging on the street selling cane to his own people. Now when I say people, I mean color. You a stupid motherfucker. I'm trying to stress the fact that you're dumb. Get yourself presentable, son, and just come together. You better, cause pretty soon it's gonna be too late. A message from King T the Great.
Sisters, since we are the mothers of this earth, it's time we start being good mothers from the birth of our children. No time for sleeping, teach them to fight and win for the right reason. It's your time, it's your life, live it. Proud to be black, young and gifted, lifted by the knowledge of taking the right route. Gang violence needs to be wiped out. ALMIGHT CNDZIRE. We see the FUTURE should be a positive thing. Body and soul and you, we're in the same game.
One and the same, everyone came in the same chains. Caught with the same aim, brain games and names changed. To protect the innocent bystander, lie, slander, and the master planner. Destroy the black male crack jail and semi-automatic and static if the crack fails. So since we all talk the same slang, stop killing my brother cause we're all from the same gang.
Don't you know we got to put our heads together? Make the change cause we're all in the same game.
Now as a youth, I used to get my bang on, and on the app get my part-time slang on. Point of time for me was no joke though. They knew I was crazy, so they labeled me loco. Had these creeds going past feeling sporty, low riding and tossing up a 40, thinking in my mind that no one can handle us. The Dallas brothers never touched Los Angeles. I found life was much more suitable, cause I'm the brother that makes black so beautiful. I ain't slipping her down with a head trip. I'm talking to all the Bloods and all the Crips. Throw down your rag and get on the right track, man. It's time to fight tonight and be a black man. Tone Locust on a positive change, cause remember, we all in the same game.
Being the pimps that we are, we're here to speak in a situation that is gone too far. Here at home in the ghettos of LA, where a young black brother's not promised to see the next day. Cause we used to come from the streets before we made beats, but fools just lay and pray on the weed. It don't depend on the color of a rag, cause if you got what they want, you know they gonna take what you have. Cause violence don't only revolve from drugs and thugs and gangs that bang most times. It's a political thing. Yeah, a couple of spots to get popped, and then the government want the fix it, they can all get stopped. But they don't, because they want it like that, because the system is set up to hold us back. Yeah, a brother law means that we can do whatever. So why don't we stick together?
Ice-T, ripping the microphone the way I do. Listen close, my brothers, cause I'm talking to you. The problem is we got a suicidal lifestyle, cause 90% of us are living foul and wild. I say job, you say
bad joke. I'd rather jack another brother watch a gun smoke.
Living in the fast lane, flipping like you're insane. You won't stop until your blood runs down the street drain. I got an idea, give me a minute, and if it makes sense, then get with it. What if we could take our enemies, feed them poison, undereducate the girls and boys and split them up, make them fight one another. Better yet, make them kill for a color. All my brothers need to know one thing, no matter what you think, we're all in the same gang.
Don't you know we got to put our heads together? Stop the fight.
Make the change.
Yo, we're not here to preach, yeah, because we're not ministers. We're telling it like it is, cause Ren and Dre is like sinister. Reality speaks for itself when it's spoken. A face head cluck can't blame nobody for smoking. Yo, bullets flying, mothers crying, brothers dying, lying in the streets, that's why we're trying to stop it from falling apart and going to waste, and keeping the smile off a white face. And WA, never preaching, just teaching the knowledge of the streets to each and all. They don't understand, that's why we came, to let you know that we're all in the same game.
The J double, F the A, the D, that is it if you want the solution to the quiz. What's black and black? go and kills another, an ignorant sucker that isn't labeled as a brother but another. So now it's time we evolve and get together and solve it, cause the world is revolving around a terrible situation. One will kill another for a reputation. So it's time we stop and realize that we're all the same. Yo, Train, tell them
we're all in the same gang.
Brothers killing other brothers. I thought the idea was to love one another. Open up the paper to one more death. If y'all keep this set, then there'll be no one left. I try my best to set an example, saying hype lyrics over hip-hop samples. Not just to brag at the boast, but to inform, cause I'm living in the calm before the storm. You see, I believe that the children are the future, but what's it all about if in the future they shoot you? We're all human beings, if a cut would bleed, and I want to see all young people succeed. Do 9 to 5, not 5 to 10. Just go to work and not the state pen, cause you live better when you're out there free, and that's coming straight to you from the young MC.
I'm in a rage.
Oh yeah? Yo, why is that, G?
Other races, they say we act like rats in a cage. I tried to argue, but check it, every night in the news we prove them suckers right, and I got the blues.
America,
get busy, Humpty.
The red, the white, the blue, and the blue and the red prescription bloods the white for who's got you doing time, busting caps on one another.
The underground's down for peace among brothers.
Kill a black man?
What?
Yo, what are you, retarded?
Tell them, Humpty.
Yo, do you work for the Klan?
Do what you like.
Unless you like gang banging. Let's see how many brothers leave us hanging.
The gang that should hang is the one that contains the sisters and the brothers who are all in the same frame of mind. I'm to get loose, it's unity time. Yeah. Peace is a presence that we all need. The future's in our hands in word and deed. I'm Terrible T and I'm Sweet LD with 357 totally.
Kicking on the air about 8:45. All the homies getting blind in an 8-ball line. Now on this tip, they started running down the lip. Jumped in the deuce and took a little trip. Hit the block about 12 on the tick. The windows went down and the nines went click. People started yelling, bodies started bailing. Bullets go flying, sending something to hell in. It's gotta stop, we don't need all the violence. Peace in the hood and I'm on the silence. We got together not for ego or fame. We got involved cause we're all in the same game.
Last but not least, yo, Easy's no sellout. And if you can't hang in the streets, then get the hell out. I'm not trying to tell you what to do. You have your own freedom of choice who to listen to. You know good from bad, fair from foul, right from wrong. Now your mother's singing that sad song. My baby ain't never hurt nobody, but he still got smoked at Baby's party. But you're not the first or the last. You're nothing but a short story from the past. You're dead now, not number 1 but a 0. Take notes from Eazy-E, the violent hero.
Don't you know we got to put our heads together?
Yes, indeed. We must put our heads together. Hello, welcome to the Untamed Truth. I'm your boy, Mac. Hey, today I want to address serious problems plaguing our people. The problem of murder, assault, deadly weapons. According to the latest data from CDC, more than 20,000 people were killed by gun violence in 2021. And 40% of those people black. That means black people who make up only 13% of the population account for nearly half all gun murders in the country. This is unacceptable. This is heartbreaking. We're losing our brothers and sisters, our sons and daughters, our friends, our neighbors to senseless violence every day. And we are not only killing each other, but we're also harming ourselves. More than 26,000 people died by suicide with the gun in 2021. And 10% of them were black. We only make up 13%, child. That means more than 2,600 black people took their own lives with firearms last year. This is tragic and alarming. We are suffering from mental health issues, from stress, from trauma, from hopelessness, and from despair. And we're not getting the help we need. We need to stop this cycle of death and destruction in our community. We need to address the root cause of the problem. The lack of understanding, laziness, and the fear that suppress our will to stand together. We need to educate ourselves and educate others about the history and reality of racism and oppression in this society. We need to work hard and smart to achieve our goals and dreams. We need to overcome our fears and prejudices and embrace our diversity and unity. We need to support each other and uplift each other. We need to love each other and respect each other. We need to live up to our potential and our purpose. We are not here to kill or be killed. We are here to live and thrive. We are here to make a positive difference in the world. We are here to honor our ancestors and inspire our descendants. We are here to be the best version of ourselves that we can be. And we can only do that if we stop hurting ourselves and each other with deadly weapons. So join me in this podcast as I explore this issue in depth, hear from experts, and challenge myself and you to think critically and act responsibly. Together we can make a change. Together we can save lives. Together we can heal our community. All right, let's get right into it. Like the song say, don't you know we gotta put our heads together. Stop the fight. Make change. Because this type of violence don't make any sense.
Gang initiation is eyed in shooting of an innocent teen shot on a street in Queens last night. The victim is expected to be okay, but now the community and the teen's mother are demanding action and pleading for something to be done to stop all of the gun violence. She just spoke with Eyewitness News reporter Stefan Kim, who's...
Man, you see the young man right here by the back of the minute, that had pulled no gun. Everybody is shooting. Hey, right beside him. Look, he got a duck himself. Them is homeboys shooting. I could kill him. That's fucked up. Man, I would have mad that bitch at our boy right there in gray sweater. You right beside my face. You could have put my eardrum on something. No respect. No regards for anybody.
To be done to stop all of the gun violence. She just spoke with Eyewitness News reporter Stefan Kim, who's live in Jamaica this afternoon with much more. Stefan.
Well, Liz, it was around 5 o'clock last night in this quiet part of Jamaica, Queens, when 4 teenagers wearing ski masks and hoodies in this sweltering summer heat opened fire on an innocent 17-year-old. This is surveillance video released by the NYPD capturing gun violence exploding in the middle of South Jamaica, Queens. In this video, you can see who cops believe are 4 teens in hoodies and ski masks opened fire on a 17-year-old. You can see him run for his life. His mother is furious.
He could lose his life just like that. They need to get the gun off the road. They need to do something about this.
The victim's mother asked us not to show her face or use her name. Her son was shot in his thigh as he ran from those bullets. He is expected to survive.
He's okay right now, but he came in from an interview yesterday, and that's when he heard shot and he started to get shot at, which is not good. It's no good.
It happened just after 5 p.m. yesterday on 118th Avenue. Bullets shattered this rear window of a parked Jeep across the street, and the driver of a passing car drove through the gunfire, but managed to escape unharmed.
He has no record. He does nothing wrong.
Look at that. Look at that. They could have shot him. They could have shot him just driving by. Just reckless shoot. And I know everybody talking about the guns, but that's impossible. That's impossible. But there is a better way. You know, education, sports, hobbies, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, we gotta get back to it. Look, here go another. That's just one.
Yeah, Dan, those bullets burst through the glass here outside the Gate City food store. This was in...
And new today at 4 o'clock, police tell WRAL they've now identified several people involved in this shootout outside of a convenience store and gas station just off I-85 in Henderson. I'm Lena Tillett.
And I'm Dan Haggerty. Customers, you can see, ducking for cover, trying to get out of the way. Escape.
You see how right there? God dang. How get hit?
5 in Henderson. I'm Lena Tillett.
And I'm Dan Haggerty. Customers, you can see, ducking for cover, trying to get out of the way, escaping.
Why the hell they shooting over here? They targets over here. That's messed up.
This rapid gunfire. WRAL's Matt Tallhelm is there live to show us what happened, Matt.
Yeah, Dan, those bullets burst through the glass here outside the Gate City food store. This was in broad daylight Saturday afternoon. More of those bullets flew across the street into the apartments you see over here. Toward those apartments, this was just 20 seconds of terror, all of it caught on surveillance camera video.
This looks like any typical gas station stop, cars pulling up to fill up. But look closely as this guy in a blue jacket gets out of the white car parked at the pump with a long gun tucked in his pants. As he walks toward the Gate City food store, the gunfire begins. From another angle, you can see him jump back as a barrage of bullets shatter the glass door. He then whips out the gun and returns fire, along with another man who gets out of the white car, gun at the ready. They fire toward West Andrews Avenue as a blue SUV speeds away, and a man in a dark sedan at a nearby pump runs in the same direction. A customer trying to escape the store falls to the ground to crawl away. Cars driving by turn around to avoid the shootout. The bullets flew across the street, piercing the side of the North Henderson Heights apartments. Neighbors describe dropping to the ground as they heard the rapid pops of gunfire. One woman tells me she pushed her grandkids onto the floor behind a couch to shield them from the chaos. None of them wanted to talk with us on camera out of fear for their safety. But they want this violence to stop before an innocent bystander gets caught in the crossfire.
And good news, and amazingly, no one was hurt in all of this. However, Henderson's police chief does tell us one of the men involved did have some minor injuries to his feet. Now, the chief tells me investigators watched those exact videos we showed you, and they were able to obtain some warrants against several people involved in.
So at least Buddy was ready. He knew something. He responded quick to them bullets, boy. I don't see how nobody got shot with all of them bullets going off, but you know these little niggas can't shoot. Niggas can't shoot. That's why this shit go down like this.
Now, just 3 days from his 21st birthday, a Milwaukee man may now spend the next 60 years in prison. He is one of 3 men charged in a fatal shooting earlier this month at a gas station. Our Sam Kramer is live outside the Milwaukee County Courthouse. And Sam, police used surveillance footage to identify the suspects here?
Yeah, that's right, Mary. And they were able to do that because the video quality was so high. But they didn't post that video online asking for help. Instead, they took it, police say, to 2 parole agents as well as a 3rd police officer who all verified the 3 men charged in this shooting shouldn't have had guns in the first place.
State of Wisconsin versus McKaylen Bennett.
Appearing remotely from the Milwaukee County Jail, all McKaylen Bennett could do Monday was watch.
You're a very young person. This is a very violent crime. It's a step 2 crime.
And a crime that police say didn't take them long to solve. Just before 1:30 Tuesday morning, Milwaukee police officers arrived at this gas station near 7th and Keefe for a reported shooting. The victim, a 17-year-old boy, was taken to the hospital and later pronounced dead. Because of this surveillance camera, police had a good idea of what happened. They included these stills in the criminal complaint, first showing who police identified as 22-year-old Daquan Jenkins secretly handing a gun to 19-year-old Bruce Davis, before police say Davis, Bennett, and a 4th man in the blue sweatshirt opened fire on the red Kia as it pulls away. The still even captures a muzzle flash. On Monday, Bennett's attorney tried advocating for lower bail, $10,000 for first-degree reckless homicide.
He's got his 21st birthday in jail.
He lives with his mother. He works at his mother's daycare center. He helps her on a very regular basis, and that is his employment.
But Commissioner Grace Flynn set Bennett's bail at $300,000, just as she did for Jenkins and Davis.
Mr. Bennett, I find you to be an extreme bail risk.
Now, all three men will be right back here at the courthouse next week for a preliminary hearing. Police are also looking for a fourth suspect involved with aiding and abetting those suspects. That's according
to most fucked up. They gonna be right back out there in the streets. They gonna get a couple of years. They gonna do that shit right back out in the street, on the road, 2 years, and then they'll be done with that. They'll be done with that, and right back doing the same old shit. You know, and they like that shit, and they like that shit. They want us to kill each other off like that.
Yeah, they sure are, Brian. You saw it.
First bullets fly at a Charlotte gas station. Video just released to Fox 46 shows just how close a shootout came to becoming deadly. Thanks for joining us. I'm Lindsay Klein.
And I'm Brian Blakely. As a result, an employee told Fox 46 he stays armed with his own AR-15 to protect himself and his co-workers. Fox 46's Will Lewis is live at CMPD headquarters tonight. And Will, the co-workers, they're thankful this didn't end up a lot worse.
And more store.
And then they just shooting out their gas stations. Like that motherfucker won't blow up.
So that was nothing. But let's rewind how it all started on August 6th. A group of men walking towards the store get into a verbal altercation with men in a car at a gas pump. Check this out. One of the men pulls out a long gun, either an AK-47 or AR-15, ready to fire. The man puts the gun away and then speaks to the men in the gray car. Assistant manager Mohammed Abdel Raham says, unfortunately, he's seen this before.
There have been 5 robberies on me. One put AR-15 on me at night, and the other put the firearm on my head.
Inside the store, surveillance photos show what appears to be an argument. One group walks out and towards the back of the parking lot. Then the next group. Just as the 3 men approach the car, shots are fired, and one so close you see the man in a white T-shirt jump out of the way before hitting the ground.
I tried to be hidden behind that wall.
This don't make no sense, man. All I'm really trying to say, give y'all kids something better than go out in these gang bang and get kids stealing drugs and all that stuff, man. Give your kids something to do to occupy their time. Otherwise, this is where they gonna end up. That's why we have so many out there right now. Because we don't give our kids nothing to do. What we say? Take your ass outside. Leave me alone. And they go outside. And get with the gangbangers. They form a brand new family. They start doing shit like this. Stick with your family. Stick with your kids. Stick with your kids. Teach them. Guide them. Show them the struggle. Show them that if they start early, it won't be so hard. Look, I got somebody who can inspirate y'all. You know, this guy here is a very smart person. God rest his soul. But take some advice from an elder, and let's try to make this right, y'all.
And don't make the mistake that most of your mothers and fathers made. When I wake up in the morning, my prayers, and I thank God I woke up, the Ku Klux Klan woke up this morning. The drug pushers woke up this morning. I thank God that I made another 24 hours in the most vicious, nasty, hateful, insane nation that's ever existed with my wits, without hating, without being bitter, and without being mean. And I thank God that I survived 24 hours in that type of atmosphere with the type of amusement and friendliness.
Peace in your heart. Peace in your heart.
I would say to young folks, don't be in a state of denial of the racism and sexism but don't let that block you.
Yeah.
Don't teach your children that you have to be twice as good as a white. That's an awful thing to teach your child.
Right.
That's like saying because
I
you're
agree.
black, white America has a right to change your dollar for 94 cents. But we used to get 50 cents, and before that we used to get nothing. Young folks have to say, we don't want more change for $1. Excuse me, we want a full dollar's change for $1, or this cash register will never ring again.
Yes.
Right.
I would also like for young blacks to understand that about 83% of all employment happen with small businesses. And excuse me, if you don't have a small business, then you have nobody to work for you. And I would say to young blacks, get into entrepreneurship. We will never catch up with white America till we get into business, because there's a thing called tax write-offs. And if you have a job and come together, 10 of you, and open up a corporation and have somebody run it, you hiring somebody to run it, but you have tax write-offs.
Y'all heard that? 10 of you get together, start a corporation, hire somebody to run it. So now what you doing? Chilling. Oh, it's like free money, baby.
Class on airplanes would not be there if that wasn't a write-off. And yet, on that first class, they gave away last year $800 million, almost $1 billion of free whiskey. But if a welfare mother asked for some apple juice for the baby, she's laughed at. So I would say entrepreneurship, and then understand that we will never survive as a group until we get into communities and not neighborhoods. A community is, I control the police, the banks, the schools, the firefighters, and I control the flow of the money. And I have no problem when I go in a Jewish neighborhood and the shop owners are Jewish, and I go into an Italian neighborhood and the shop owners are Italian. I have a problem when I come in a black neighborhood and the shop owners is not me.
Right.
A Korean has a right to come in and buy my shop for $30 million more than it's worth.
Now listen to this.
Business. But if we decide that we're not going to do business with that one, then he'll have to sell it back, or she'll have to sell it back to a black person for $1 million. And then the money circulates and circulates.
See that?
That's how you change. We've been so busy dealing with the hurt and the pain and the misery and glamorizing a hand few that have made it, that we have never really looked at, like they say, your role model. If you haven't got a role model in your house, you should fall on your knees and pray to God, because something is wrong.
Yes.
And so I would say to young folks, it's not about alcohol, but it's hard for me to say that to you when a 5-year-old got to reach past mama's beer and papa's wine to get some mayonnaise. I would also say to young folks that the #1 drug that will wipe you out is not cocaine, it's not heroin, it's marijuana, and they deliberately make that a recreation drug, but it stays in the muscles, it stays in the blood, and it will wipe out your memory bank. And also, this is the first time in the history of TB that TB has always been known as poor folks. It's the first time that TB is not running rampant in the ghetto. It's running rampant in middle-income white America, because it's the marijuana that they spray, and that's no accident. And so I would just say to young folks, you have to reevaluate everything you've been taught. I would say to the black folks that just because a black person is 90 years old don't mean they have wisdom, and you need to listen to them, because if you was dumb and stupid when you was 9, you dumb and stupid when you 90.
Yep. Hey man. I told you he was very intelligent. That's an elder, y'all. Gotta respect.
And so when I'm sitting there,
yeah. Like I say, stop sending your kids out in the streets to get swallowed up by the streets. Let's build ourselves. Let's take responsibility for ourselves. Quit putting it off on other people, other entities. We gotta be ourselves. We gotta do it for ourselves. Ain't nobody gonna do it for us. Y'all already see that. So yeah, let's just make it happen for us. They made it happen for them. Shit. So we can make it happen for us too. So I want to leave this song right here. This one gonna touch your hearts, touch your soul. If it don't, it's probably something wrong with you. If I find this motherfucker. Oh, this is fucked up in so many ways. I had all this shit set up. Yeah, I just don't know. But anyway, that was the
There comes a time when we heed a certain call, when the world must come together as one. There are people dying. Oh, when it's time to lend a hand to life, the greatest gift of all. We can't go on pretending day by day that someone somewhere will soon make a change. We all a part of God's great big family, and the truth, you know, love is all we need. We are we all must lend a helping hand. We are